she didn't tell him everything's okay.
You guys need a warrant to get in my house.
No, I don't.
I know my laws.
You're mistaken, sir. Step back, please.
You need a warrant to get in my house.
No, we don't.
No.
You stay around. You know what?
At the moment,
Come on, stop. Hey, stop. Jackson, please, bro. I'm begging you.
Remember this story with NBA player Jackson Hayes?
I'm back on 73. I'm gonna have a backup rotation.
No, don't touch him.
Hey, back up.
Everything's good. We're fine. We're gonna stop touching him, man. That's my friend. Stop grabbing him. Don't grab him like that. No, stop. Put it down.
Step back.
Where police officers had weapons drawn on Hayes and physically restrained him.
I'm gonna take you. Stop resisting. I'm gonna take you. Stop.
quit resisting.
Stop resisting.
Quit resisting.
Stop resisting. I'm gonna take you. Stop resisting. I'm gonna take you.
This is unfortunately what we have seen far too many times, even if police are instructed not to do so.
Get your knee up.
Stop. Get your hands off me.
Give me your badge numbers.
Hayes' neck was knelt on by a Los Angeles Department sergeant. After Hayes demands their badge numbers, they tase him. Screams are heard on police body cam. They continue yelling at Hayes to stop resisting, and he keeps repeating over and over, "I am." This week, the LA Times wrote the responding sergeant kneeling on Hayes' neck broke policy. At the time, they responded to a call pertaining to a domestic dispute. The incident occurred last July. The sergeant's name who broke policy is Darren Holst. According to his LinkedIn profile, he has been with the LAPD for 32 years and a sergeant since 2017. Commissioners agreed with the chief's findings that the knee on the neck maneuver went against department protocols, but that the use of taser force was justified. Hayes was arrested last July at a Los Angeles area home that he was staying at when police said they were called to the home. A cousin of Hayes' girlfriend called police and said she was texted by Hayes' girlfriend that he had become loud and violent. Footage of the incident showed police speaking with Hayes and others in the driveway. Hayes became agitated and started arguing with officers who didn't let him go back inside. In reaching his conclusion, Police Chief Moore, that is, cited a use of force review board investigation which found that Holst two times, put his knee on the basketball player's neck. First, for 4 seconds, and then for 11 seconds. Moore wrote that the sergeant's tactic resulted in unintentional but direct pressure to Hayes' trachea or windpipe, though not with enough force to render Hayes unconscious. Okay, intentional or not, Moore said that he agreed with the board's finding that an officer with similar training and experience as Sergeant Holst in the same situation would not reasonably believe that the applying direct pressure to the trachea or windpipe was proportional, objectively reasonable, or necessary. As a result of the incident, Hayes, now 22, was charged with 5 counts of abusing a spouse or cohabitant, 1 count of resisting arrest, 1 count of battery against an LAPD officer, 3 counts of vandalism, 1 count of false imprisonment, and 1 count of trespassing. The LAPD immediately came under scrutiny for the force depicted in the video, as it seemed to run afoul of department policy. Officers are forbidden from blocking or restricting a person's airway while trying to subdue them. Targeting a person's chest with a taser is also strongly discouraged, according to LAPD policy, but not mandated. Hayes was taken to a hospital for injuries sustained during the altercation before he was medically released and booked into the Van Nuys jail. He was then released on a $25,000 bail. Following the investigation, the LA Board of Police Commissioners sided with the LAPD chief, Michael Moore, in that Holst's actions were not reasonable or necessary. On February 24th, Hayes pled no contest to 1 misdemeanor count each of false imprisonment and resisting an officer. Last month, Hayes was sentenced to 450 hours of community service, 52 weeks of DV classes, and 3 years of probation. The decision by the LA County DA's office not to file felony charges against Hayes last year drew the ire of the union that represents rank-and-file police officers. We have seen how the union acts, certainly when officers violate their citizens' rights. They approve of it. They defend them at every turn.